Maybe he realized he was down to his last chance. Maybe he's past his last chance. He actually got a bonus chance here because his last chance was his last chance. And then they said, you know what? Man, let's put Carrasco back in there. He's been doing good in the bullpen all season. I mean, what the hell? Let's put him out there. It can't get any worse. And matter of fact, I think that might have been what we said, at least Mike, when we got the announcement that Carrasco was going back in the rotation was, well, can it be any worse than what they've been dealing with? And it's the exact opposite. So I don't know. We'll talk about future stuff later, but you tell me. What do you think? Are you buying this? Is this the new Carlos Carrasco? Is this the Carlos Carrasco? I don't know. Is there an old Carlos Carrasco that will creep his head back next season? I don't know, but I'm digging what we're seeing out of him right now. Speaking of what we're seeing last night, more of different people contributing. Michael Bourne starting to, having him back is, I know he's been inconsistent and injury prone basically since he came back, but I still, having that professional player, having that professional bat in the lineup does make a difference. And last night he had 3 hits, 2 triples. Last Indian, I saw this earlier, last Indian to have 2 triples in a game was Kenny Lofton back in 95. So if y'all looking for reasons to jump on my Team-O Destiny bandwagon, there's another one for you right there. I just used the numbers 95. You use the numbers 95 and Indians in the same sentence, you got a Team of Destiny thing going here. But no, seriously, that's a good feat. I wanted to bring that up. He actually leads the American League with 9 triples there. Ramirez, Brantley, Kipnis had RBIs for the Indians as well last night. And the Indians, by the way, not only have they won 11 of 16, 6 of its last 8 on the road, they've won 5 of their last 6 series, and they split the 6th, which was that 2-game series with Arizona. So they have not lost a series in 6 consecutive series now, and that has to continue for the rest of the season. But here's another one. Indians now 1 win in franchise history, shy of 9,000. So the next win that the Indians get, whether it's tonight or through this weekend, will be the 9,000th win in Cleveland Indians history. That's a pretty significant milestone. And now it's Kansas City, and I'm going to get to that later. We'll preview the series later. You got Salazar and Vargas, Trevor Bauer and Big Game James going at it tomorrow. That'll be a good one. House and Duffy, a couple of lefties taking the mound on Sunday. Before you know it, Detroit comes to this Rock City, baby, and it's the Labor Day game in the big series, but it's all here. It's in front of you. It's what you've asked for all season long. I mean, not you as a listener or a fan. If you're an Indian player, it's what you want. The chance to take care of it yourself. You don't have to worry about, I need 6 other teams to win. I need this team to lose. Just go out here, beat the teams in front of you, and you'll be dancing in September, baby, and heading into October. And besides, there's the whole destiny thing. We'll talk more about that. We'll preview the series, guys, when we come back. Let's get to the break. I told we got to keep it moving. When we come back, my man Jeff Gorman's going to join us from Browns101.com. We'll talk about the other team that played from a Chicago franchise last night as the Browns and the Bears met. Bears, I guess you could say played. Bears trotted out a bunch of guys bagging groceries last night, as I like to say. But we'll talk about it, who helped themselves, who didn't. And now, hey, the fake games are over. Not that they're fake. Tell Sam Bradford that they're fake. But the games that don't count in any way except injury and roster spot for the guys at the bottom are over. So now focus turns to Pittsburgh. Let's take a break. When we come back, Jeff Gorman from Browns101.com is with us. Just about 20 minutes from now, Jonathan Knight, sportswriter extraordinaire, is in the house. Don't go anywhere. We have just begun this Friday edition of the Sports Fix.
When it comes to Cleveland sports, we go from
"You can't touch this"
to
"I can't watch this."
So listen to The Fix. It's easier on the eyes.
Hey guys, before we go to the break, I want to talk to you a little bit again about our good friends at Harry Buffalo North Olmsted, the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championships, some of the hottest fights in the world today. Each and every one of their huge events Harry Buffalo is one of the few places in Northeast Ohio you can go there and watch each and every UFC fight at the Harry Buffalo. And let me tell you, I've been there. The people are out the door. They are to the rafters. It is one of the craziest environments for some UFC fights. Wing Mondays, they've got great deals on wings and drinks, and every day of the week there's a different special, a different deal. And don't forget the Bison Burger, the unbelievable. It is the combination of a fantastic burger and eating healthy combined into one unbelievable sandwich. You have got to get a Bison Burger while you're there. So whatever you're looking for, whatever day of the week, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sundays, there's something for you at the Harry Buffalo North Olmsted, just outside Great Northern Mall. Check them out today. Harry Buffalo, join the herd.
Hey everybody, this is Jerry the King Lawler from WWE, and you're listening to the Sports Fix.
Whether it's an oil change or a new set of tires, Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck has you covered for your automotive car care needs. They're your neighborhood quick service experts. They also offer a low price tire guarantee. Choose from 13 brands, and if you find the same tires at a lower price within 30 days, Quick Lane at Valley Ford will refund the difference. They're open late Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and open early Saturday so you can check it off your to-do list and get on with your day. They also have a newly remodeled service lounge and additional service bay just for Quick Lane oil changes. Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck is located at 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane. QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck. That's QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck.
The Sports Fix is on iHeartRadio. Download the free iHeart app today. Subscribe to the show and get your fix.
You love Cleveland, and you already know how much we love Cleveland. You know who else loves Cleveland? GV Art and Design. Everyday fans, you and I wear our pride on our sleeves. Now, you can wear your pride on your chest. GV Art and Design has one of the hottest Cleveland sporting lines. Log on right now to gvartwork.com. Check out all of their fantastic designs. And don't forget, use the sales code FIX10, FIX10, to save 10% on your total purchase. Follow gvartwork.com on Facebook, and remember, GV Art and Design, it's not just a shirt, it's a statement.
You're listening to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix, live across the Sports Fix Radio Network. J-Rocc, Jerry Myers back with you, kicking it back on the air, getting ready to go to the phone lines. My man Jeff Gorman from Browns101.com going to join me here. We'll talk about the finality of the preseason. Thank goodness. And also the, competent showing. Hey, you got to keep it real. Of the offense, thank God again for that. And of the team in general, at least showing that everybody could show up to the building on the same page and run the same play and all of that. Again, thank goodness for all of that. Let's talk about it and set the stage for who do you think this weekend set themselves up to make this team. I got a couple of names in mind, too. Let's talk about that. My man Jeff Gorman from Browns101.com going to join us, which means you can't call. You can hit us up, Facebook.com/The Sports Fix. Tweet with us at The Sports Fix, CLE. Email us, thesportsfix@AOL.com. And as I said, the Browns won, got off the schneid. Always good not to go 0-4 throughout the preseason, but I'm not really even going to get too deep into that. I don't pay any, and wins either, I don't pay any attention to the final scores of preseason games because too many variables that aren't real have anything to do with the actual final score. So I'm not going to sit here and go, hey, Jeff, great to talk about a win. Although, hey, Jeff, better to talk about a win than a loss, even if it's a scrimmage. Jeff Gorman from Browns101.com. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, J-Rocc. Actually, the first words out of my mouth were going to be, it's great to talk about a Browns win, even though it didn't count.
So I'm just saying, a win is better than a loss. You are right. I'd rather talk about a practice win than a practice loss, but it doesn't matter. All of these games are out of the books. They're out of the way. They're done. We're now, everybody's focus in the entire NFL is week one. The Browns, that means Pittsburgh. Looking at last night's game, yeah, they won the game, but let's look at the few things that everybody was looking for. I'll start right away. And even this is negligible in some extent because of the level, but you can't control who the other team puts out there. That's the one difficulty when you say, okay, the Browns need to play their starters. I was the one that was a big Browns need to play all their starters for at least the first quarter. But unfortunately, you can't make the Bears do the same thing. They chose to go with backups completely across the board, and regardless, you needed to look good. Matter of fact, somebody was texting me right before the game, said, what do you think about the score? I said, come on, man, you know that I don't predict scores for preseason games. I said, but I will tell you this, and this was right before kickoff. I said, if they look good, it's okay. If they don't look good, that's the problem, because they're going to be playing against the backups. And if they don't look good against them, then you've got way more problems than you know with. So at least from that, they did. And so start there. What did you like? I mean, here's the thing, too, with the media, especially some of the Manziel honks that are out there, man. I actually heard Jim Donovan sum up the game at the end in the recap like this. Well, Brian Hoyer, he had a great drive. It was a typical Brian Hoyer. But Johnny Manziel, let me tell you. And I'm like, really? He literally, it was, Brian Hoyer had a typical Brian Hoyer drive, but Johnny Football got everybody excited with his 8 of 17 or whatever his passing line was, and but everybody got all excited because he ran away from next week's grocery baggers. Man, talk to me about what you thought, both good and bad, from the Browns, especially in the first half when there was at least a little bit of I don't even want to say competition. You know what I'm saying? Give me your thoughts.
Right. Well, I actually don't mind the fact that the Bears didn't play their starters because the Browns needed to go out and do something good. And the fact that it was against a bunch of guys in Bears uniforms that might not be in there, next week, that's okay. They really needed, a confidence boost to drive down the field and score. And really, who cares? Just the problem is, if they didn't do that, then it would be really, really bad. It would be time to, hit the panic button, and this is really, so they did what they were supposed to do, and that's good. That gives the team and the fans some kind of hope that they can look reasonably competent, that the offense under Hoyer can move down the field when they play Pittsburgh. And the best thing is that they made it through most of this entire preseason without too many injuries. And I know they really babied a lot of guys who were kind of on the bubble just to make sure that, that they're okay for week one. I think they did a really good job of managing, the roster to make sure that everyone's going to be in good shape for week one. And that's really the most important thing, because that's what the preseason is for, because these guys know how to play football. It's just a matter of getting them on the same page, getting them through all their practices without any injury, so you have the best chance to beat the Steelers in week one because you're at full strength. And so I think that's really the best thing. Looking competent and not getting hurt are the two best things.
And I will say this, and this part takes the other team out of the equation. There were so many continuity problems with this offense in the first couple of preseason games here that taking the level, this doesn't matter. Like getting to the line, running the right plays, those things were all problems too. And I do think, and I agree with Coach Pettin about this, there was a difference after 10 week and a half, however long it's been there, that they've gotten the quarterback question out of the way as far as breaking down practice. And they got the starters practicing every day with the starters. I mean, it doesn't matter. If it was Manziel, you would hope for the same thing. It doesn't matter if it was Rex Grossman. Point is the unit was put together and has had a week and a half now of practicing together. Now that I do agree with Mike Pettin was probably the best thing you could take out of it, was that you saw that there was more chemistry. I don't care about the length of the plays. I'm not looking at yardage per se. There was more chemistry. You're seeing some chemistry develop with Hawkins and Hoyer. I believe Hoyer is 6 of 6 in his receptions to Hawkins, which shows that they've got a good hookup. And once again, we know Hoyer's favorite target last year was Jordan Cameron, and Jordan Cameron suffered the most when Hoyer was taken out, because he was just looking to really explode there. I think he had, like 16 catches in 2 games or something like that.
Yeah.
With Hoyer, it was significantly different. I mean, and we saw that here. Saw a little bit of the chemistry be better. And that, forget the stats, forget winning and losing and all of that. That's what you can take out of last night's game. And I do believe it's because they picked a guy. And I think if it would have been the other way, hopefully you would have seen it there too. But regardless, I think that's what you got the most out of. And we were talking before the third preseason game, that was the biggest key, was getting somebody picked and in there so the guys can just start playing together.